tuned into another episode of the DIPP Dads in Progress podcast. I go by the name of Ski. Episode 47, and this is 1 year, fellas. 1 year. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I like that. That was a good little listening. I was wondering where that song was.
Congratulations.
I see how it's tied in. Okay.
See what you doing, Ken? DJ Envy. Oh, you bringing back classic drop?
Congratulations.
Classic drop.
I go by the name of Ski, aka Filipino Grigio, aka Mr. Cozy Wear, aka Plant Bay, aka Zodiac Zaddy. We done came a long way with the AKAs.
Yeah, definitely did.
Here with both of my co-hosts and 2/3 of the podcast. I got my man Sport playing all fields and all courts, aka Hefe Horn, Chap over the cheeks, Don at the behind, Chaplin at the back end.
Back there.
Got my
Bring
man.
my shit back though.
Huh?
Jeffrey Horny sex.
Jeff Horny sex.
Yeah, bring my shit. That's my original shit.
You supposed to say the line.
Yeah, from 3.
No, well, I don't know if it's the horny or the sex.
Yeah. That's the original drop.
Also got my man Hev Hefner, aka Hev Humbly Hev, aka Hev Nowitzki, aka the 40-year-old phenom, aka Alki Balboa, aka Canary Hev. What else we got? AKA Mr. Head.
Trample Poppy.
Trample
Poppy.
Trample Poppy is trying to get
AKA got new school.
It was coming at me. Yeah, I didn't know how to respond.
Have some static.
Yeah. You shouldn't have been on that stage. If you don't know what we talk about, you gotta go to the Trample Poppy reels.
He almost put Walker Street have out for a second. I ain't know what you call it.
Yeah, cuz got a podcast too. Yeah. Podcasts want to be. Matter of fact, can I go Joe Button real quick?
Go ahead.
Can I go Joe Button real quick? I gotta find the song. Hold on. I gotta find the song real quick.
No, ain't no podcast disrespecting. That's 100 followers, hundreds of followers.
Does my mic sound right?
He tried it, but
He's definitely in his bag. Yeah, you gotta have more than a couple hundred followers.
You can't be like that. You can't be like that.
You got no episodes on your page. You trying to show off. They definitely was Monday morning quarterback in the situation. It definitely was. They was like, why would he do that? They was like 21 Savage wasn't even there. Like they was like, damn. Like I was like, damn.
Our podcast not like that, man. That beard oil company that sponsor you, they make they bomb out of Febreze and candle wax.
yeah.
Don't forget to tell them who the episode powered by this week.
Oh, the episode.
Sure.
Yeah, this episode this week is brought to you by who's it brought by? Is it brought by Golly this week?
Yeah, back to Golly.
We go back to Golly.
Golly definitely put a little money in, you know what I mean?
In the Yamineries.
What Gilly said, if your ads ain't right,
If
you ain't got the ads, you doing bad.
And with every Golly purchase, go use the promo code DIPP.
Yeah,
You get 10% off on all Golly purchases.
What's that? Go ahead. Go ahead, finish it. Yo, if we gonna do the ad, bro. Do the ad. Golly Gummies.
Golly Gummies taste shit.
Yeah.
We gonna do the ad.
Pause.
We put 110% in all the ads. Like, yeah, we already talked the New Amsterdam vodka. They next.
I don't know if I could be sipping that.
We definitely gonna have water in the bottle. New Amsterdam vodka.
I ain't gonna lie.
Send you a couple vocal cords.
Exactly.
That shit kind of rough.
Yeah, that shit. Vodka in general. At this age, you can't be drinking vodka.
No, I got a video.
I surely said at this big age, I ain't drinking no vodka at this big age.
I got a picture of some shit when I was on New Amsterdam, bro. I'm talking about sweating all crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
Amsterdam had a run though. They did have a run.
No, I remember I don't know. They had like a coupon at one point in time.
Amsterdam
It was like, buy one get one free. Everybody was printing the coupons out, running to go get
Amsterdam had a sprint. That shit was short lived.
I remember that.
It did Nouveau numbers. It had a Nouveau summer.
Man, Nouveau.
Patron mixed with Nouveau. Got me feeling cool though.
I had Nouveau till that run was over though. Like like way over.
It was over. When they brought out the yellow bottle, that shit was over.
Lupo was a sassy drink.
Who had it? T-Pain was running this. Who had it? T-Pain was running this.
Fad was running that.
Fad.
They all was running that. Fat Joe. All them niggas from.
Oh, can't forget when this come out. Happy Mother's Day to all our female listeners who have children, aka Single Father's Day.
All the single fathers.
All the single fathers. Stand up.
They gonna cook it. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Sure.
Special Happy Mother's Day to my mother too.
Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Yeah.
Actually, my mom listens to the podcast. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Yeah, mine do too. When she
She said she listened to it until I start cursing and she goes.
Y'all know for sure my deuces to it every
Definitely, we gonna wish anybody Happy Mother's Day. It's definitely gonna be Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
So y'all ain't wishing the mothers Happy Mother's Day?
She killed me the other day. So y'all ain't got no episode up. Y'all falling off.
That's what somebody asked me too. Like, what y'all quit? Like, no, we ain't
we
quit.
just working. We busy, man.
Life be life.
Life be life,
Like
man.
life.
I'm going off for 4 12s, 4 overnight 12s.
Yeah, everybody coming from work or some shit like that. Like,
I'm going off a movie. It's a movie this week for me. This was a fucking movie week for me.
Oh, we can't talk about that. I would love to get put on that too, but we can't talk about that.
You know.
you Robert Downey Jr. and Tommy Lee Jones.
Shit was Shawshank Redemption.
They just got the inside track too.
This shit was. Well, we had the. I need
Not the
the
fake knock. Chill.
Listen, I
got chill.
I needed this because we all need it. We had a long
We definitely
week,
did.
for
We
sure.
definitely did. I did say.
Need to come to bed.
We said that, we got pie. Then we was like, how long we gonna be here? We're like, we gonna be here for a long fucking time. He's like, alright, let's get into it.
Shit.
So what was the big news this week though?
So Eboni K Williams was on an interview with Ayana over Zoom, some podcast that they got going on or whatever. And she was saying that she wouldn't date a bus driver. Caught a lot of hell over it. So what's y'all take on it?
Go ahead, you go. You wanna go?
You would go.
Let me cook, man. No, I just think we as black people and minorities just in general, we gotta be conscious of the things we say, especially speaking from a place of things that don't apply to you. So it's like, and I think we try to show each other tough love with like circumstances but that don't work for everybody. They're like kicking the ass, like get up, stop crying type attitude. That don't work for everybody. And then you gotta be conscious of your audience. You always speaking to the master people.
Mm-hmm.
Or you gotta also be conscious that your reality might not be your audience reality. So it's probably bus drivers that listen to her talk. Like kind of what Envy said too. Envy was like, the people that to keep the lights on this place is the modern day people, the everyday workers. Right. And for you to just discredit somebody like that and speak from a narrative of like, oh, they broke, or they don't have no money, or they don't qualify because it don't fit your form of fashion, a lifestyle, is just irresponsible. You know, that's what I just think it was very irresponsible, and it just shows you how far people are out of touch of what their reality is and the people that listen to you. Because the people who listen to a lot of these podcasts and stuff that are modern day people. Right. It's people that go to work every day, on their way to work, on their way home, on a bus, off a bus, driving a car, and for you to just be so negligent with your response of saying like, oh, like everybody say, it is her preference. That is true, it is her preference of what she like. But you can also offend somebody with your preference, saying that, speaking down to it. Right. And even like the young lady was saying that the clip is manipulated to poke at the people to get a reaction. So I think she got the reaction she wanted.
She was looking for.
Yeah, she was looking for. Yeah, exactly.
I think, like you said, her preference is her preference. I had a issue with the the bus drivers, or what she said something about like you brought home C's and D's in school, as to say, because you brought home C's and D's, you couldn't be successful. You got billionaires that dropped out of school, never went to school. So that whole statement right there, I had a problem with that, like making it seem like because you would see a D, you was mediocre and you couldn't be a successful person, you somebody that's not dateable. Like I didn't like
I just
her
think
that part she said on that. But other than that, her preference is her preference.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
she just her narrative, and I think a lot of people do that. Like when you speak of the black kid or the black child in general, you base it in you gotta go to college, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, or you're gonna be a failure.
Right.
But the varieties of some other cultures, they can find success anyway. But ours are like pigeonholed to like, oh, if you don't get C's and D's, like she said, oh, stop accepting C's and D's. It's people who dropped out of high school and stuff like that has been successful, but the narrative is that if a black person don't take the same path that I took, then they won't be successful. Like, and that leads to like the fear of like, oh, you got to do things the way the world tell you you're supposed to do it, or you're gonna be a failure.
Right.
So if we looking at it from just the quote of I wouldn't date a bus driver, I really didn't have a problem with it. I don't really agree with you can offend somebody with your preference. I mean, you can offend somebody with your preference, but whose problem is that? Is that a you problem or their problem?
Right.
Yeah. Everything encompassed in the statement, I didn't really agree with saying that bus drivers are mediocre, stuff like that. I didn't really agree with, but just the solid statement of I wouldn't date a bus driver. People get mad about that. I'm not really too mad about that because
I think it's irresponsible though. If bus drivers listen to me, why would I offend my audience? Because it's not my reality.
Let me ask you this.
Well, like we can't say like I'm not like, and this may be extreme, but I'm not gay, but I wouldn't just speak to like I wouldn't say nothing brash about gay people just because it's not my reality.
Well,
it's not my preference.
So that's not your preference. So put it on the flip side, right? I don't have a problem with people having like economic like standards, right? As far as like who they date. Like, would you date somebody that worked at Wendy's?
I probably wouldn't. Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like, I wouldn't date somebody depending on what you got going on. If you're going to school or whatever, and you got something outside of just working at Wendy's, and nothing wrong with if that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. I'm not trying to bash anybody for trying to make ends meet.
Right.
But me, as far as like what I got going on in my life, I know you can't necessarily contribute to anything right now. Maybe one day, you know what I mean? If you, like I said, if you go to school, you go into a trade school or anything else, you got something else going on, fine. But I think everybody subconsciously has an economic preference.
Even with that though, you're lowering, like you have to be conscious of the things you say to belittle people. You took something that's decent. That's a decent thing.
Yeah.
Now you done told the mass of your audience, and you done told the modern day woman that modern day man is not good enough.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like, not just based off your preference. You said that not only are you were like projecting your preference, but you also projecting to an audience of women that's not acceptable either.
But
like she framed it as her preference, but you also framed it as an attack. I mean, as you spirited as a weapon to get the conversation going, that's saying that it's not acceptable to have a job.
Like I said, everything encompassing what she said, like saying it's mediocre, I have a problem with that.
Right.
But the solid statement of I won't date a bus driver, that's on you. I don't find her attractive. I won't date you.
I used to like her.
This is the first time I've ever seen this. I don't know anything
but
about
She used to be at Breakfast Club.
I think you also have to be like she doesn't fit the criteria to speak on some of the things she's speaking on. Like her husband is a white man. Mm-hmm. You have no real issue with speaking on the value of a black man and his situation of how much value he has, because that's not even your reality. Mm-hmm. Like that's me. I can't sit here and say that white women should do this. If I don't date white women, or if I'm not dating a white woman, like I'm only qualified to speak on things that I actually deal with. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna say that. I can sit here and say that, yeah, because a black woman should do this, that, and that, and that. Because if I'm dating a black woman, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you the qualifications of a white woman and I deal with a black woman.
Right.
And I think that's where she was very wrong.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa. That's what I'm saying. Or vice versa, you're projecting a a standard to people that you don't even like. Like how are you adjusting the standard? Like that's what I don't get with it either. It's like you can't tell somebody to run a marathon and you don't run.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that's where she's wrong at with her, like in the world of being viral and saying something that's clickbaitish, and that's what the girl said to her on the Breakfast Club too. It was like it seemed like you put out the clip. If you would have put out the totality of your thing,
yeah,
it probably would have sounded better. But you put out the clip that was going to grab the most attention.
Whose podcast was it? Was it Young's or was it hers?
I think it was hers.
It was hers.
That was her show, whatever she got.
Yeah, she got a show on Revolt.
Yeah,
She got a Revolt show.
So it was intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional. It's definitely intentional. And like, but she was just so stubborn in the fact that like, yo, it is a way you can offend people.
Yeah.
And I think us, and before we move off the topic, I think us as black people, like, forget, not even black, I'm not going to make it black and white, just in general, people forget where they come from fast and think that because you might be the outlier of a statistic, that they think the statistic doesn't exist. Like, we gotta stop, to get back to black people, you gotta stop telling black people that you should just get over things and ignore a system that's oppressing you.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is oppressing you, like, let's not be oppressed by it, but let's not also be oblivious that it's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't tell people like, oh, yeah, you going through all this shit, but and you behind the 8 ball, but you shouldn't care about that. You should just work. No, you should feel like shit not going your way. It's okay to feel like people getting over you or you not getting a fair shake. It's okay to acknowledge that that's happening. That when you walk into interviews, you getting judged because you got a beard or because you got tattoos. It's okay to acknowledge that. I'm not saying that it hinder you and stop you from doing things, but people act like, oh, you should just, that don't exist because it didn't exist to certain people.
To piggyback on that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But that comes from influencers thinking that they have the same privilege that these white influencers have, like
exactly.
Dan Cordone and people like that.
Exactly.
Like people who think they have the same freedom of speech that these other people have, or they came with the same head start that they had. Gary Vee came with a head start. I don't give a fuck what he talks about.
Right. Exactly.
Every day he wakes up and breathes. He had a head start, and he could sit there and talk about how he was poor and how his family was poor. They owned a store.
They owned a wine, like they had a store. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
for the wine company,
just having that asset is a head start for you.
Yeah.
You could say that you started that store from nothing. Regardless, you woke up one day. You know what I mean? Your parents had that asset for you to piggyback off.
Right.
And you got these other influencers who want to sit here and act like, you know, these other people, and it's not that. It's not that. You come from the environment that we come from.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that when you come from an environment, you make it out of the environment, that you get to a status that you don't believe that it ever exists for anybody. Or because you beat odds that the odds don't exist for the people behind you.
Right.
Like,
and granted, I agree, work, yeah, absolutely work.
And nobody's not saying that. Yeah, nobody's not saying that not work.
Take accountability and work on your shit. But at the same time, acknowledge that you don't have that head start that they have. And I want you to acknowledge that your same people that you're talking to don't have that head start either.
Or like when does the hard work translates to arrogance to the point where you don't feel that you was blessed to make it out your situation, that everything was just your hard work.
You worked hard.
Like you worked hard, because there's people would work hard every day, they get pulled over and get mistaken for the wrong person, they go to jail for the rest of their life. It's people that get locked up and they tell you either plead and take a felony charge or sit in jail for 2 years, and they plead and then they stuck and their life is just different. So a lot of people are blessed to get out of the situation. So you have to you got to meet hard work with blessings. But people get to a level where they think that's not the equation. The equation is just I worked hard and I just got out of things. Yeah. And it's just a world of people that just think that people just not working hard. Like everybody doesn't want nothing. That's not true. That a lot of people just don't want things. Circumstances happen.
And honestly, a lot of y'all have benefited from the fact that people are your bullshit is believable to a lot of people.
Yeah. Exactly.
So a lot of you have benefited from that fact.
And I told you, like, that works for some people, the tough love to just get up, but it don't work for everybody.
Right.
And I think people just got to be more aware of the audience that you talk to. Right. Like, how if somebody that's driving a bus that's listening to you trying to get advice to better their life, and you just told them that your profession was shitty. And then you told them that don't be mad about it. Yeah, don't be mad about it.
And she stood 10 toes on it. She doubled
exactly.
down on it when she got on the Breakfast Club. And after that.
That's the thing that killed me the most, that you were so, like, headstrong on being right that you couldn't even acknowledge that you offended people. Like, she was like, if I did, I did.
She's like, she ain't here for people's feelings.
Yeah, I'm not here for feelings. But that's not the, like, I don't know. Being a drill sergeant don't serve the masses.
But back to the question. All right, because y'all didn't answer the question. Would you date somebody who worked at Wendy's or any?
Barren situations, I try to tell myself I wouldn't exclude anybody from because you could be working at Wendy's because it worked with your schedule and you going to school to be a nurse.
Right. What about you?
What happened to love, man?
Yes or no? Answer the question.
What happened to love, man? What happened to falling in love because you fell in love? Would I date somebody at Wendy's? No, because I feel like I'll be working
So
harder than me.
But that's the thing. Do we date for status?
Or we date for?
Because I left the job we left, and I don't have the status I have as a job, but I make about the same amount of money.
Well, I was trying to segue.
Go ahead. You can
I was like, you can go ahead. This is your topic.
So speaking of that, there's a lot of things going around talking about like high value. What do you as men? What do we define as a high value woman? What makes you high value?
Ass and titties.
A high value woman would be a woman that can hold her own, right? That would be number one, right? She don't need me.
It's your high value, not my value. What's high value to you?
Give me a second. Come back to me, man. That's how I think, man. That's where my thoughts. I rub it and travel. You know what I mean? Come back to me, man. I'm gonna think about that for a second.
High value.
Ass and titties.
Let's see. High value woman. High value woman would have to be somebody who is educated. Doesn't necessarily have to be with the credentials of education, but somebody who I could speak to. I mean, it sounds educated. Somebody who is passionate about something, whether it be a job, art, whatever she's into. Somebody nurturing, because a lot of women aren't nurturing. That's a very hard
talk about.
A lot of women aren't nurturing. They trying to get rid of that component, and I don't know, but it's a very hard component to find. Somebody who. Somebody who is independent in her own right, but also knows how to work as a team. So you can stand on your own too, but you also know that, when I'm with you, like this is a team thing. We make decisions together. So efficiency, I should say, not independent, but efficiency.
Efficient.
Efficient. Here you go. And that's all. I think that's what comes to mind right now.
All right, I'm ready. So, I'll piggyback off a lot of shit you said, but high value woman is for me of the vibe. Somebody I can vibe with, somebody that can match my vibe. Like, if you can be on the same type time I'm on, same tip I'm on, that's important to me. Like nurturing, like you said, that's very important. You gotta have a good sense of humor, because I like to laugh.
Yes,
I love to laugh. So you gotta be able to make me laugh. I don't want to be the one making you laugh all the time.
And I'm kind of funny too.
So I need you to match that. Shit, you touched on pretty much everything. I should have went first.
I think one thing y'all didn't say was I think somebody that has some type of spirituality, and I thought you was gonna say that. You gotta have some type of belief in something, like some higher power that we here for a reason. Some belief that I think that's key in high value. You gotta have some type of belief, some type of direction. Like you gotta know what you want.
Motivation too.
Yeah, motivation. That's a big thing. That was my next thing.
Yeah, my fault.
You stole that. Yeah. Motivation. Like, you gotta be able to hit the buttons to get the best out of me,
Right.
and I think that's key because my goal is to hit the buttons to get the best out of you.
Absolutely.
I think that's key in a partner, and anybody, even for a man. Like, you gotta be able to elevate your partner, like bring value, high value. Yeah. So yeah, I'll say that nurturing is key too. I think people don't know how to be that, and I think that's fluid, like gender fluid, as far as like men and women supposed to be that way. I think. I think it's a lack of thing that I think men lack it too. Like, you gotta be like, I think men identify nurturing as providing, and they get blended.
Well, I think that's our way of nurturing. Because
but I don't think
providing, you providing something is.
Yeah, but I think
it fall into
kids.
nurturing, too.
I think kids need nurturing from their father. Too many times we supplement providing things.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so we touched on that before. So I think nurturing for sure. Yeah, that's it. But like, I think spiritually, that was like a big thing that y'all didn't say.
Y'all notice that. So this isn't pre-rehearsed. I just want everybody to understand this. Our version of if you ask a woman what a high value man is, it'll be all most. I wouldn't say most, or they'll definitely include something superficial, whether it be money or
Yeah, we never
some
named
sort of power.
We never named looks either.
Yeah.
Outside of like the
Yeah,
joke,
we
but
did.
we didn't name looks.
Oh, I need looks. I'm sorry. I'm not even.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front. I'm like, let's not act like. Come on, man. Come on.
I be thinking that.
Come on. Let's not front.
No, I honestly.
I just did. It wasn't the top of my list, but obviously,
Yeah, it's not top.
come on.
Nah, if it's
That's
if
not
it's on your
bullshit.
list, it's top of your list.
What looks?
Yeah, if
I
looks.
mean,
on your
nobody
list,
wants
it's
an
top.
unattractive person. Let's be honest.
Right.
But it ain't got you ain't
So
got
if
to
it's
be,
if the highest value of a person is his looks, you don't know, you can't
It's
see
not.
none of that
It's not
stuff.
my highest value.
It is your highest value because you can't see none of that stuff.
If it wasn't the
You don't
first
see
thing I
it
thought
first.
about, then
If you don't see it first, you don't.
see it
Yeah,
first,
you can't get none of that. Unless it's a friend, somebody that you previously known, you can't see none of the value in a person if you can't look past their looks.
Well, that's what anything. If you want to say that.
No, but I'm saying,
like,
like-
you're not gonna buy a car you don't like.
No, but
You're not gonna invest in something that isn't appealing.
well, yes, if you had prior interaction with it, like if that's your friend and y'all was friends first and it never was an attraction.
That's
then-
different.
That's why I said it's different.
Yeah.
So outside of that, like, looks would have to be number one because looks is what draw you to the other stuff to even make you evaluate if a person is
All right, fuck it, then it is. Like,
Yeah.
but it's still.
But I would like to think that I'm not like
shallow.
shallow enough to be that way. I would like to think that.
I got skinny faces, man. This shit. No, like, you ain't gotta be the best. You ain't gotta be Halle Berry, but you can't not. You gotta be attracted to you.
Yeah, because I ain't no
I gotta
Don
be-
Juan either, so
yeah.
I ain't trying
Right,
to. Yeah.
I gotta be attracted to you,
That's
but it's still
yeah.
based off of looks.
But some of that high value stuff elevates attraction.
Back to my point.
We'll be attracted to the vibe. She ugly with her vibe.
That was corny.
I can be attracted to your vibe. You ugly as shit.
I like your vibe,
Yeah,
queen.
but your vibe.
Grand Rising.
Fuck.
Yo, speaking of which, how do this is off topic. How do people that say Grand Rising say goodnight?
What's the synonym for grand? Ultimate.
What?
Ultimate laying.
What you think?
Good night.
I said sweet dreams and affirmations.
Sweet dreams and affirmations.
Oh my goodness.
I was just wondering, but anyway,
Affirmations.
What is the saying though for like grand and good? Like it's all like upper stuff for getting up, but like going
Well,
down, like it's nothing to say like
good night.
sleep well.
Oh, you mean yeah.
Like everything is grand and good. Oh, well, they do say good night too. You think it's crazy that this off topic? So you think it's crazy that we are humans, like, and we are humans. No, but listen to this though. Like when you really,
I thought that was the question.
no. This is the question though, because I'm the type of person that like how people say stuff and then when you actually like really say it, you see it like breakfast is break fast, like shit like that.
Well, technically, that's what it means.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But when you say breakfast so much, you don't even think of it as break fast.
Right.
Yeah, like stuff like that. But this is what I was saying though. The fact that we humans, but like for us to be like the ultimate species, whatever, outside of like aliens, whatever, like that, then we gotta like power down every day. Like you can't like you gotta sleep. Like regardless what you do, you gotta sleep and recharge. Like like we don't look at it like that. We look at it like just getting in your bed and go to sleep. But you really gotta recharge your body.
Yeah.
Like so, yeah. Like you really like right now, you just came from work and shit like that. You what's the name?
I'm tired. Yeah.
You on like 10%, like you dying. So you gotta recharge. Like
Absolutely.
So if you only get 2 hours, you only getting like half a charge.
yeah, so you not charged. So I think it's
Bro,
crazy.
I'm on for 3 hours.
Yeah. So I think it's crazy that we like we sit here with like a battery life on us and like Ski gotta be recharged. Like Ski told us like people behind the curtain, Ski was like, yo, I'm dead today. You really got the low charge.
We were like
So like
30%.
I think it's crazy that we gotta like we have a bed and you buy the bed literally to like recharge every night. I think that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's funny. That's
Yeah, like it's like if you put it in terms of like a phone,
Yeah.
like your bed is your charger.
Yeah, that's some shit.
I can't imagine. We got smoke one day.
Yeah. Take some mushrooms.
Some of these stuff that we have sober are amazing. What we got next? I don't even think we finished what we was talking about, but it's fine. We
No,
don't
how
have
about
it?
it? But to get back to it, I would date an ugly chick that checked all other boxes. Come find me, queen.
He lying.
Come find me. Nah, I'm superficial. Shit.
But if you out there, go ahead and hit the dip hotline 781-DIPP. Once again, that's 781-DIPP. Holla at sport. Holla at
Don't use
man.
that line for that.
Holla at sport. Let sport know he a piece of shit.
You better come with my
Let
DM
us
for
know
that.
you a high value woman or anything about any topic we talked about.
Send your credit score. Yeah,
Let us know how you feel about the conversations we talked about. The dip hotline, man. Hit us up.
Yeah, so Lakers are obviously advancing to the Western Conference Finals.
Can I get some claps for that? I don't get no clap.
You better
Fuck
fucking
you. I
not.
clap my motherfucker. All the dollars we wasn't making past Memphis. Cannon Brothers, can y'all? What's up with boy? what are you ducking y'all? Like, what's up, man? Get out of here,
They
man.
didn't say nothing. They said they gonna come up.
Come on, man.
Come up.
Come on,
You know where
man.
I'm shooting. You know where I'm shooting from. They know where I'm shooting from.
But listen, man, we made it past Memphis. They said we weren't gonna do that. We beat the champ. Listen, to beat the champ, you gotta beat the champ. We the only one to beat the champ, so keep that in mind.
So what's your prediction?
Lakers.
Lakers
in 6 against Denver.
against Denver.
And we going to the chip.
I don't think they're gonna stretch this out.
They is not letting Jokic beat them, bro. Lakers in 5.
How long has it been since Denver's been a 1 seed? Forever.
They was the 1 seed in.
You know Denver, they got the elevation.
They was the 1 seed in the bubble.
Was it? Well, they was in Orlando though.
I think they was the 1 seed in the bubble, so they didn't have home court, but they had home court. I believe.
You know that elevation is different.
It is different.
I still think the Lakers gonna win, but I think it's gonna go to 7.
Fuck. It's the NBA is a narrative-driven sport.
Absolutely.
They don't have the story. To put LeBron out, you gotta beat Bron twice.
Listen, man.
We literally saw the one clip when Michael told the ref. He said, "Yo, how you missed that call?" He's like, "I did, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
Oh, no,
I'll do it
wait.
next time."
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that just show you as a narrative-based, like,
I believe you.
yeah, I believe you. I believe you, Michael.
Listen, from the play into the chip, it's all in the script. Man.
I think that is good for basketball this year. Like the parity in basketball that hasn't existed for a little while. For a while, is just you already got market in Cleveland and Golden State, or you can market in Boston and LA. Like this year, you really saw the disband of the super teams, and anybody can win it. Look, you got Miami in the Eastern Conference Final. They lost their first play-in game.
But even
They
that,
won the second one.
with these playoffs, you had a lot of injuries too. Like being honest, like
Yeah.
even in that joint, Ja was out.
Ja
Like,
missed
he
the
got
game.
hurt.
And then he was missing Steven Adams too.
Mr. Steve Adams. You
Yeah,
had
break
Chris
it.
Paul was out.
Yeah.
You had Giannis out.
Giannis was out. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
I don't know if Miami get past the Bucks. I know you. I know Jimmy Bull,
Hemi Butler.
but I don't know if they get past them.
If
Giannis
Giannis
missed
was
two.
full.
He missed
Yeah,
two
he
games.
missed 2 games.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of injuries that changed the whole scope of the playoffs. But
So looking forward, who you think is going to be in the finals? I feel like I'm gonna just say I think it's going to be a franchise rivalry.
I think
Celtics
so.
and Lakers.
I think the other way.
They
Lakers
won't-
and
Better
Sixers.
not say that out loud.
I think Lakers and
I want the Sixers to go to the finals, but I think it'll be it fits into the narrative. Brian broke the record this season. Celtics,
I mean, I do feel like, and I'm not the conspiracy theory boy, but I just feel like it's always narrative driven. All these like it don't happen by chance that it always shake out. That is like historic franchise. Well, even though you got the Bucks and Phoenix.
Wait, what season Bill Russell died? Did you? This season?
Yeah, this season. That's why everybody got the 6 on their jersey.
What the fuck?
I ain't winning.
That's over.
But yeah, I think it's I think you can't. I think Denver gonna lose. I just think they don't have enough star power to get the refs on their side. So I give it to LA. And then I really think, and I've been saying this for a while, because when we record, we don't know the winner of the Sixers Celtics series. But I think they might be the 2 best teams in the league. Like if you land up record wise, it was Milwaukee, Boston, Sixers, and then it was Denver and everybody else in the West, or whatever way stacked up like that. So those 3 teams was always head and shoulders above all the rest of the league. So I do think the winner of that series might be the eventual champion. But Miami not gonna go laying down anyway. And the Lakers are the Lakers. You got the king, and he rolling right now. He can smell it. Like he close enough to smell it. So
Miami the biggest surprise of the playoffs, or the Lakers?
the Lakers for me. I
I
ain't
think
gonna
the
lie.
Lakers.
Yeah.
I didn't think they was going to the first round.
No.
Nah, I didn't think it. After the last 2 years, even if Dallas doesn't collapse, I don't think y'all make the playoffs.
I'm not gonna
They
lie.
really shit the bed.
The way that team is clicking, I didn't expect them to click like that. I did. They look like a good team.
And you getting like even into the Memphis series, you getting help from players
But-
that you didn't expect to help.
But it's easy to win when you shoot 43 free throws. 20 more free throws more than the other team every game.
I mean, stop following us.
Nah, you know what I don't like about that is that they get the loose ball fouls and they shoot 3. Like y'all shoot a lot of 3s.
Take fouls.
And yeah. But I ain't gonna complain about that. I just don't like it's not the Lakers and it's not LeBron. I don't mind LeBron. It's the fans. That's what I don't like. I don't like LeBron fans. That's what I don't like. I don't like LeBron fans, and I don't like these volume Laker fans that didn't exist. They don't like you go back to like Magic Johnson. You go back to Jerry Weston. yeah. You was back there with Jerry Weston though. But I don't like the Kobe and Shaq fans. Like, no, because y'all just hopped on the 3-peat wagon. These the same people that's New England Patriots fans. Where's the New England Patriots fans at? They gone. They left when Brady left. So I just don't like the fan base. That's what I really don't like. The culture, like people just jumping onto, like you never had a hard day as a fan. Never had a hard day as a fan. I don't like people that hasn't had a hard day as a fan because I struggle being a Sixers fan.
I'm gonna say this out loud for the first time. There's a point in time in my life that Eddie Jones was my favorite player.
That's
Just because he was
Eddie Jones was supposed to be a
Axel?
bull,
Eddie Jones, because he went to Temple.
Oh yeah, I could lick it. Yeah,
He's supposed to be a bull though.
Listen.
Didn't he get a ring with Miami
He did.
Yeah, I think
with Shaq and Wade?
Yeah, never said it out loud. This is a point in time.
Ben Gordon was my favorite.
Oh man, wow.
Ben was a bull.
Ben was alright though.
I like Ben Gordon.
Ben was alright.
Ben was drafted number 3.
He had a good 2 years.
No, he had more than that.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Ben was a bull though.
Speaking of seasons, prom season is amongst us.
Listen, I just spit the grip on this boy Prom.
Yes,
My
oh,
senior,
right.
Yeah.
So this is yeah.
Y'all brought the camels out and shit like that.
Nah, we ain't doing
Wakanda
that.
to Africa. Wakanda
When
to
this come
Africa.
out, we'll be just he leave on that Wednesday, so
This is like we pulling up, we doing that episode.
Yeah, come through.
You spent a small wedding on the
I
prom.
spent a couple of hours just on fucking the shoes alone was killed me. I was mad as shit, bro. Like mad.
That tell him put them on offer up and get something else.
No, he can wear them joints. He got like sneaker shoes. So
Oh wow.
he can wear these joints. I was at McQueen.
Why you ain't got them on? Why you ain't got them on?
Put them shoes on right there, though.
That's what's up.
But
Man.
yeah.
That's what kills. So, your kids, how many years they apart? Your daughter and your son. Like how long ago you just did prom?
That's the thing though. My daughter prom was COVID, so she didn't get to do it.
That shit is
Yeah, that's why I kept trying to tell him like, y'all went to the same school every day. Take your sister, she ain't get to go.
Yeah, why you ain't taking?
Nah, I ain't taking her sister.
You can't be mad at that.
I'm not mad at it, but then that would have been third. Like she ain't get to go. Take her, but he wasn't with that at all.
Yeah.
So
You gotta enjoy it.
That sucks though to be that one class that don't get all that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, but they 4, all of them 4. 3, they 3.5, but then 4 for the other ones.
All right, you get a real good break then. Your kids what? Year apart? Two?
15 months.
15 months? Yeah, so that's kind of like, man, I'm like 12 months. So.
Yeah, you gonna get it back to back.
Yeah, so it's like you might as well
Just knock it out.
give me them shoes. He gonna wear them shoes next year.
Well, you got 2 boys, so you can do that.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
I'm asked out. I got the dress.
See, I was able to do that, but the youngest son is the biggest son. So if Block is 11 and a half, this nigga 15. He already wears 15 already. Like 14.
Hey, listen, if the dip don't work, he gonna be a left tackle for the Jaguars.
Sure, he got to do something. Man.
Exactly.
The dip don't work. come to Uncle Ski.
We going to we gonna need a bodyguard. We start getting famous.
But even with the prom season being on, how y'all feel about like the parents going all out for like the kiddie proms? Like the kids that's in like kindergarten and preschool, they doing big camels and
My kids got invited to one of those, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do that.
I hate it. I hate it. Let the kids be kids, man. They
I think
got.
everything had right. It's appropriation, everything.
they gonna have their time.
Yeah, they all had their time, and I think that's the best thing about prom though is that it takes so long. It's like what you say that? What word I'm looking for? Like, but it like epitomize like the school, all that, like all the 12 years you went and all that. Like prom is a part of it. You work
It's a
towards
pinnacle.
that.
It's like a pinnacle.
Yeah, it's the pinnacle.
It's like graduation kind
Yeah,
of.
we go along with all that. And I don't like the people that keep saying that shit too all in the comments. He better be going to college. He better be going. Mind your fucking business. Like, it doesn't matter what they do with themselves. Like,
you just put your 5-year-old in a suit or a dress. And had him dress up for prom, but you talk about what a high school is.
I know motherfuckers going like a carnival out there, a whole fucking it's like a circus thing for their kiddie prom.
yeah.
Doing the most.
Yo, when the last time you had to show your high school diploma?
Show it.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying though.
Bro,
I had 2 before a job.
they here for a job. It was like for all ago.
Yeah. But other than that job, I ain't never had to use it again. You think you gotta show your college degree when you get certain jobs?
I ain't gonna lie, I lied on application before.
Until you got your
I
college.
told them I had my bachelor's.
Did they ask for it?
I already didn't meet the requirements for something else, but they didn't ask.
I apply for jobs.
I just did it. It was like during like 2020. I was like, fuck it.
Nah, I do that. They said you need at least associates. All right, let me go ahead with my high school diploma, and I still apply.
Definitely lied. I was like, let me just try this out.
But somebody let me know. Do they ask you to bring it in? So if not, I can add it to my resume.
They asked you to scan it.
Yeah, I think it's scanning now.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, back in the day, you used to
You used to have to bring it, in a folder with your resume.
Yeah.
All that, yeah.
And
They
a cover letter.
They don't ask for all that no
Now
more.
I actually know that.
Yeah. COVID.
The world changed though. You see, you got a LinkedIn profile?
I
know
don't
you.
know.
I know you white, so man. Somebody asked me that. They was like, "You got a LinkedIn?" I was like, "No, I don't got no LinkedIn."
No, I don't got a LinkedIn.
So it's like a Facebook for yeah.
People be trying to date off of LinkedIn though.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
like
wow.
like professionals and stuff. They be hitting up like certain like executives and whatever.
I need to
They
get
be sending their shot.
I need to
Bag
get
off.
I looked at
LinkedIn.
your resume, queen, and
I mean, that makes sense though. Like if you like, I was talking to a lawyer and he said he was having a hard time finding somebody to date, and I'm like,
so you looked at LinkedIn.
you a
So you go
fucking
like
lawyer? No, but I'm just saying, like, if you a lawyer and you can't find somebody to date,
Go to the courthouse.
I guess.
Yeah.
But some people don't
Go
want
to
shit.
court.
You don't want shit where you work at.
Yeah. That always was my rule. Don't fuck with nobody.
Yo, you know what I thought too? I thought that
Go to Whole Foods.
I thought work drama.
Go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. Man.
That's like dating somebody at Wendy's.
No, I'm not talking about the people shopping, bro. Like not the people that work there.
Yeah, but people socially awkward. I don't feel comfortable talking to people at the market.
I guess.
Yeah.
What's the most weird place y'all talked to somebody before? Y'all like met a person.
I don't really have any. They've been pretty socially warm places, clubs,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you think about it.
bars. So.
I talked to this girl in a fucking Uber, like not in the Uber, but she was an Uber driver. She
She
drove
was the Uber driver. She was driving.
She drove me somewhere, but I didn't talk to her at that time.
Oh, wow.
So I went on the app back, like I left something or something like
You
that.
horny
So
as shit.
I left a message like, yo, like,
You horny as shit.
this, that, and the third, like I thought you was cute. She hit me back too.
Yo, I ain't leaving
She was
that.
just
I just was too scared to say something.
I did do that before. I forgot about
Not
that.
y'all tricking out the Uber.
I did, so listen.
Yo.
So listen, no, here's a story time. So I picked Shorty up with her boyfriend and a friend.
Oh shit.
Right? They was arguing. So it just so happened I had this song, Devin Terrell, The Signs, right? If you don't ever heard it, listen to
I
it.
listen to Devin Terrell. I like it.
Devin Terrell is called The Signs. You ever heard that song?
Not that song about.
So it's a song about these are the signs like breaking up, some shit like that.
These are the
That song comes on, she turns it up, right? So they
Turn
they,
up on this
they
pussy
just
nigga.
they just got into a really bad argument, right? So I'm like, all right, but whatever. So they get out the car. She look at me, she hit me with the thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for blah blah blah. And he waiting outside the door. I'm like, why you linger? Like I'm just like, let me just see. I spin the block. Oh, you left so and so in your car. Took a picture. Nothing because you got to take a picture.
Yeah.
So I took a picture. She come out. Yo, what's your number?
So that was the same thing. I was on the phone.
Creep.
I was on the phone arguing with somebody, and she was like, "Yo, don't let her bring your data." She was talking. She was the Uber driver. So I was like,
Oh, so she hit you. She hit you on one of them.
She moved one up. So I got
Oh,
out.
so she was the creep.
No, so I got out the car and just was like, damn, like she was alright. So I went on the app and was like, I left something in the car. Like it's something like in there you could put that you left something in the car, but you can leave a note. So I left a note and I left my number in the note.
She was like, "Oh, this Kim the Uber
She hit me
driver."
back, yeah, but she was only like 22, 23.
I wanted to.
She was a bust.
She hit you with the Alicia Keys. You don't know.
Yeah. So
She said that was kind of cute.
I know you
nobody
were.
ever did that before.
You know, I'm Kim in the Kia.
But I ain't go nowhere.
No, you ain't had your seatbelt on, but
She was too young.
yeah. I think
Age appropriate. It was age appropriate.
people always hit me up at. So I met this girl through at Chipotle before. Her mom like kind of like segued to like saw me behind him and you looking for a boyfriend? And I'm like, that's a nice looking man behind us or whatever like that. And we was kind of talking. I kind of laughed it off, and she was like, but I never got her number or nothing. But she was talking to him and stuff like that. But I'm like, her mom tried to set me up. I thought that was weird. We was just in the line at Chipotle or whatever. But you know who always be trying to talk to me? The people at the market, like when the cashiers.
Oh yeah.
Like when I ringing shit up.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, you shopping by yourself? Or you shopping all this stuff for the kids and stuff like that?" But my stupid self, because I always play along and say like I say shit like ain't nobody, it's just me. Yeah, when you live by yourself, you gotta shop by yourself, and then they just ding ding ding. Like I think I be wanting to get hit on, like yeah. But they never go nowhere.
You want to be treated like a bad man.
Yeah, that's what. Y'all buy them fruit snacks for these kids. Yeah. Then especially if I pull out my debit card and not no food stamp card, I was like, oh, he's spending money.
He got money. Get it all for him.
Yeah, but that's it.
Alright, well.
But don't forget about what men can't do. You got one?
Oh shit, yeah, we gotta do that.
Definitely gotta get that. I think I had one.
We had one. I just seen it was something. It was funny.
No, I got like another one after that. Whatever. My fault. This was like recent. I saw it on Twitter. Oh, it ain't gonna take that long though, because I swear I like it. Hey, it's me, Kim and the Kia.
I know you ordered the fish sandwich with the oatmeal and the black coffee. I always put a little bit of sweetener in it. Because I think
I know you wanted the crab platter on the Uber Eats. Wait up, no. I know you wanted the Dungeness.
I always put extra Old Bay on it. Because I want you to be, because you kind of old.
They don't be trying to give you forks and spoons and shit like that. I be always arguing with Pop to give you forks and spoons.
Oh, man.
I got one. I'm tripping. I can't find it, but here it is. Where our group at?
That was my shit.
No shade, but men shouldn't wear graphic t-shirts. Leave that to women. Grow up and buy some polo shirts.
So I got my polo shirt on today. I normally got a graphic
So
tee on.
just me being at the gym with a fucking polo shirt on.
Yeah, you gotta have a slim fit polo when you in the gym.
Now y'all gotta stop. Now come on, we
Don't
can't wear graphic tees.
That's not for y'all. No,
Then we start the graphic. When niggas wearing graphic tees first?
That's who they for.
They still are graphic
What the
tees.
fuck?
They sleeping on fucking graphic tees.
Yeah, like what? Like come on, man. Y'all gotta.
Just say you want them. Just say you want all the graphic tees. Just say that.
But this episode 47
47 of
of
the
the dip.
DIPP.
You know we out.
Oh, we ain't leaving yet.
Oh, my fault.
Remember, as long as you're in progress, you're not failing. Now we
That
can
boy.
leave.
You ain't got no catchphrase. Your podcast ain't fucking with it.
You ain't got no fucking catchphrase. Your fucking podcast sucks.